Hi, friends, it's Mrs. McCarver, and it's time for today's reading lesson. Now, if you remember, the last 2 weeks we have been thinking really hard about the books we're reading and paying very close attention to the people, animals, or things our book is about. Do you remember what that word was? The characters. And we've noticed what we can learn from the characters, how they're feeling, what they're doing. So we paid close attention to that. And then this week we talked about the place and time and that the story takes place. What was that called? Oh, yeah, the setting. So we've been talking about the characters and the setting and paying really close attention to those things to help us understand our story. And you know what else we can do with that information? We can talk to other people about our books. And when we tell them about a book and we mention maybe the characters that are going to be in the story and the setting of where it takes place, it might make them feel kind of excited to read that book. Almost like a movie preview. Have you ever been to the movie theater and before your movie starts, they show you just a little bit of a new movie? Yeah, and it makes you want to see that movie, doesn't it? But they don't tell you the whole story. They don't tell you everything that happened. You just see a little bit of the character, maybe where it takes place. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I need to go see that movie. So today we're going to talk about a book just like a movie preview. We're going to think about the characters and the setting and give somebody a little hint of what this book would be about so they could read it, maybe make them want to read it. So I'm going to show you what it would look like for this book that I read. So maybe my preview will make you want to read it. Then you'll get a turn to make your own book preview. So I think you should read this book, A Mouse in the House. It's about a family who thinks there's a mouse and they're at their house. Oh, there's the characters, the family, and the setting at their house. And one night, something happens where they catch the mouse. But it's not who you think it is. So, does that make you want to read this book? Are you interested or wondering what actually happens? I want you to pick one of the books you've been reading, and I want you to create a little movie, a little book preview for me, and try to get me to want to read it. So think about what you know about the characters and the setting and give me just a little hint of what might happen in that book to try to get me interested in reading that book. I can't wait to hear your book previews.